Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today I'm back with another video here. If you're new clicking upon this video, you're new to the channel, my name is Chris. I do Flyers content here on YouTube, from game reviews like this one, did a watch party for today's game, all of that stuff. If you like how any of that sounds, and the new show starting on March 21st, again, like how any of that sounds, hit the subscribe button down below, and hope to see you there at some eventual content things that I'm doing. So this was ugly from the Flyers. You had chances in the third. You had a really bad second period. It didn't really generate much offensively in the second, and that was the biggest thing. Lines in this one were a little bit different after Carolina. Lawton, Frost, Tippett, Farabee, Hayes, Forrester, Van Riemsdyk, Cates, Leksinski, Delorier, Denoyer, and Bellows. Sanheim, Ristolainen, Provorov, and York, Sealer, and Braun, and Carter Hart was in net. It was all Penguins early on, and they get the first goal of the game from Raquel. It was a tip in front. Flyers, again, struggling to get the puck out of their zone, standing still type thing. It's been similar issues that have kind of hurt them, and they get a goal from the fourth line. Kiefer Bellows gets his second goal as a Flyer. Bellows, he's had a weird kind of season. Like, he hasn't really done much to really play any higher in the lineup, and to his argument is that he hasn't really been given a chance to play any higher in the lineup, and he scores today. It was a far side shot, left hand shot, goes far side, and ends up beating the Smith. It's a 1-1 game, and after that, the Flyers, I thought Morgan Frost had a great game. I thought there were some good things to take away in this game. Tippett had 8 shots, and it just, unfortunately, the Flyers, you only scored 3 goals in the last 3 games of this small trip: Tampa, Carolina, and up in Pittsburgh, and now you're home for 8 games. Again, a lot of tough teams coming in to that stretch too, and again, Hart had a couple good saves in the first. Tippett has a breakaway late, hits a crossbar. It could have changed the game, and I thought the Flyers won a lot of battles. They did pretty well in the faceoff circle. They were around, I think it was 50-50 basically. I thought all 4 lines were working hard, cycling, and in the second period, it completely changed. They only had a handful of shots, I believe 3, for most of the period. Penguins get power play time, and in the first maybe 8 or 9 minutes, 6 of them minutes were was a Penguins power play, and it was a trip on Lawton where Letang skates into Lawton, and they still call it a trip. Dumoulin gets high sticked, and for some reason it's a double minor. They didn't show any blood. They had to review it to see if it was a double minor, and it was. I still don't understand why, unless it's a new rule or something that I'm completely forgetting as I was watching this, but I was like, what is going on here? 2-1, Crosby scores. Tippett gets hurt on the block shot, can't get over. One-timer beats Hart, and it was all Penguins in the second period. They mentioned during the game that Konecny's going to start skating with the team. Couturier is going to join the team as well, skating. Maybe we'll see one of those guys, towards the end of the season. I know a couple videos ago, I mentioned basically to sit those guys for the rest of the season, and I'm kind of in the middle now because I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe, especially in Couturier's sake, he probably wants to play. And I'm genuinely thinking to myself, if I'm Sean Couturier, right, and there's other things too. If I'm Sean Couturier, you probably want to come back. It's definitely encouraging to hear. I don't know if it's the best idea. We'd have to see, right? I mean, if he's healthy, completely healthy, and can play. Obviously, you're not going to always be completely healthy, right? I mean, hockey players are always hurt, or always banged up in some sort of fashion, right? But if he could join the team, it just makes me wonder how the rest of the season can go. Like the morale that it could kind of bring. Like, hey, we got Coots back. You definitely know John Tortorella wants to see him. Obviously, like I mentioned, you got to know that Coots wants to come back. He's been skating. So we'll see what happens there. See if there's any more updates in a couple of days. Flyers did get a power play late in the second period. Forster was cross-checked. Draws when they had a couple looks, few chances. They were moving the puck well. And that was the biggest thing in the third. You get the 2 power plays. Frost did a good job drawing one. They had chance after chance. To Smith with a great save. Frost was winning a lot of battles. I thought he battled hard. I thought he won majority of puck battles on the wall just by strength and out muscling the Penguins players. He out muscled Crosby a couple times. Flyers get a power play. Sealer with a really nice play on a 2-on-1, and then you get tripped up. They had a couple looks. Hayes again won 3 straight faceoffs. Couldn't score. Flyers are 3 for their last 37 on the power play. It's just not good enough. Really, to whatever number it is, if it's 37, 38, whatever, you're only scoring 3 goals, it's not good enough. And again, I've talked about it before, like the power play is very concerning because there's enough talent here to actually have a pretty decent power play, not be dead last in the league. And there's a bump in it because basically the entire league has a bump of like maybe 2.5%, 3%, maybe close to 4%. So it's not like the Flyers are doing anything better. The entries are still an issue. You're winning faceoffs. Some of it you're just not scoring. They had chances today. They probably should have had a power play goal. To Smith made a great save with the stick. Game could have been tied. Penguins get one off the draw. It squeaks through Hart. It's unfortunate. So in the watch party, a couple people were blaming Hart, and I'm like, you can't really blame the goaltender when you're only scoring 1 goal a game. I do agree. I think Hart's given up some soft goals this year. Do I think Carter Hart's not a good goaltender? Hell no. Do I think he's not a franchise goaltender? Hell no. I mean, it's like blasphemy to say that at this point. I think, I haven't looked at Carter Hart's numbers in 2-3 years because why would I? I mean, they're so bad in front of them, and from watching every game, the team defense is garbage. So at that point, what can you really say? They're not scoring. The power play isn't good. Just without Travis Konechny alone, you're 2-10-3, and you're only scoring like around like 1 point, like not even 2 goals a game. I mean, it's not good. And for what it is, the Penguins added a couple more, the empty netter, and then the goal from Granlund after, which was just stabbing the knife deeper into our hearts. I mean, it's unfortunate because again, you want to see some kickback with this team. You want to see different things. Again, I thought they had a good start to the game, good first period, but just not great for the second. And then the third period was the third period. Had chances, couldn't score. Penguins added. So it is what it is. Let me know your guys' thoughts below. Thanks, everybody, for all the support today on the watch party as well. It was a huge success. So again, I'm doing a couple more of these March 25th against the Red Wings and April 4th against St. Louis. Those are the last 2 for the rest of the season. So thanks, everybody, so much, and I will talk to you all again soon.